This is my camera from 15 years ago. And today, I'm going to try to get it working. Back in the day, I became obsessed with something that shaped who I am today: skateboarding. Without it, I probably wouldn't be here doing what I love. Like every kid who picks up a board, the dream was simple: go pro. And back then, how did you do that? Scratch that. How did I think we did that? Sponsor tapes.
Up in the spot like a spotlight. Hit the block like a hammer chasing knots.
A video filled with your best tricks, your greatest moments, all captured and edited to perfection.
Let me do what I be doing, Black. I ain't playing, I be on it. I get to it, Black.
And yes, you guessed it, I was the guy with the camera. I obviously skated too, but I started really enjoying the process of camera work. We'd spend months collecting clips and making these big skateboarding edits. Over time though, I kind of just had to accept that I wasn't really about that skateboarder life, you know? So I eventually decided to put the board down and move on. But the camera never really left my side. Now, this camera has been in a box out in my parents' cold, wet garage for a very long time. So as you can see, this thing is in pretty rough shape. This is all glue around the edge of this lens. And the reason why was it didn't have threads when I got it. So I glued a threaded ring on here so I could put my fisheye, because skateboarders use fisheyes. All right, let's get this thing cleaned. The good news is, as I dug a little deeper, it looked like this camera was actually still in decent shape. I am worried though that after being in a garage for so long, maybe the internals might be corroded or damaged. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. Look at all the cuts and just destruction to this lens. It's got a little dent right here. So much use, this lens. Optica. I don't even know if they make this lens anymore. I don't even know if Optica is around anymore. This was an iconic brand. Okay, there's only one final step. Step 2, and probably the most important, we got to get this thing to turn on. All right, so this is sort of where we come to a bit of a halt. I lost the charger for this thing like a long time ago, and it's not exactly like a universal cable. Right there is the charging port, and I lost that cable a long time ago, so we're just gonna have to see if we can find one. Okay, so I ended up finding one on Amazon. The problem is I have to wait till Thursday, January 16th until I actually get it, which is a bit of a bummer because that means that we're probably gonna have to press pause on this little project of ours. I really wanted to get it done and try this thing out, so I guess just stay tuned. I'm just messing around, ordered one yesterday and it just came in. Okay, so now is the moment of truth. Hopefully this thing actually starts, because if it doesn't, then I don't really know if I can do anything with this video. I'm gonna assume that some of these new batteries have a little bit of juice in them. Okay, I think it turns on when I open it. Look at that. Ooh. Look at that. Man, this is crazy. So we're gonna switch over to this camera right now. There I am. I feel like this is like a blast to the past. You gotta clean the lens off a little bit more. This is honestly so cool to be using this camera again. Like I said, there's just so much time spent, so much learning from editing to filming.
Alright guys, this is it.
Yo, I just discovered something crazy. There is old footage still on this camera. This kind of blows my mind. There's footage on this camera that I haven't seen in years. Oh my God. This is crazy. I can't remember ever even using the internal memory on this, so I'm like pretty shocked. Wow. So cool. Okay, so I think the only thing left to do with this is take this thing out and shoot some footage with it. So let's do it. Now, I know old camcorders are trendy right now, and sure, that's part of why I wanted to fix this one up. But as I dug deeper, this camera started meaning more to me than just nostalgia. It represents a whole other chapter of my life, a version of me chasing different dreams, figuring out who I was, and unknowingly laying the foundation for everything I do today. Uncovering the footage hidden on this old relic feels like rediscovering pieces of myself. Each clip captures more than skate tricks or shaky camera angles. They're snapshots of growth, failure, and persistence. It's funny how easy it is to get caught up in where you think you should be, measuring progress by how much you haven't achieved yet. But when I step back and look at the big picture, I realize the younger me holding this very camera would be pretty proud of where I am now. Not because I figured it all out, but because I kept going.